Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rocio and this is Reese's Rizzles, and in today's video we're going to be talking about frizz. If you have it, how to get rid of it, if you don't want it, how to avoid it, and different products and techniques that you can try to kick the frizz to the curb. Before we hop into it, if it's your first time visiting me today, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you leave. All you have to do is click on that big bright red subscribe button, and then after clicking on the subscribe button, click on the bell, because the bell is what's going to turn on your notifications, and in that way you'll never miss another one of my videos. And if you're already subscribed, girl, make sure that bell is turned on, please. I don't know why this video is so highly requested when I already have a video about frizz on my channel, but I completely understand, y'all. That video was done a long time ago. The quality of my videos have gotten better, hopefully. My makeup has gotten better, hopefully. So I get it, I understand. Hopefully this video will cover all of the questions that y'all have regarding frizz, starting with number one. The main question that I get is, where does frizz even come from? Why do I even get frizz in the first place? You get it because of a lack of moisture. When your curls are thirsty, your cuticles are gonna open up and try to absorb as much moisture from the outside air as possible. Once those cuticles are open, they're going to stay open and continue to absorb the moisture from the outside air. So that is generally how frizz happens. So if you live in areas that have high levels of humidity, like here in New Orleans, Lord, I understand the struggle. I get it. Frizz is gonna be bound to happen, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. So let's say you're already out and about and your hair starts to frizz. One trick that you can do is use a light smoothing oil, something like jojoba oil, to lightly coat your hair shaft and flatten that cuticle, and that will help stop or prevent your hair from absorbing the moisture from the outside air. Now, the whole smoothing trick is going to depend on your type of hair, whether it's highly porous, whether it's really damaged. But if your hair is generally healthy and you're just trying to tame the frizz or get rid of the frizz that you've gotten from, let's say, walking out into the humid air, then this smoothing trick using something really light, like I said, like jojoba oil, will definitely work. Now let's go ahead and move on to washing your hair, starting with the water temperature. Now, a lot of you might know, if you've been following me for a while, that I do have an area in the very back of my head that's just naturally dry. It's always drier than the rest of my hair. And I was taught when I went to a Diva Sean salon in New York a couple of years ago that the reason why that particular area in the very back of my head is always dry is because of the water temperature that I shower with. I like to shower with hot water, and whenever I wash my hair, that's usually the area that the water hits first. So I was recommended to shower with water that's not so hot, still kind of warm, so that I'm able to open the cuticles and so I'm not freezing while I'm taking my shower. I did make the switch to warm water when it comes to washing my hair, and water that's not scorching hot. I don't know how effective that is. My hair in the back of my head isn't as dry as it was before, so it kind of worked. So if you do have the same dryness problem that I have, then I would say try it out. It doesn't hurt to try. But this next part is actually extremely effective. Once you're done washing your hair, give your curls a final rinse with cold water. I know that's gonna be a struggle for us who hate the cold water, but I promise you it's going to be extremely effective. It's gonna help to seal your cuticles and lock in that moisture, and that's gonna help in the long run when it comes to avoiding frizz, because what did we say? Frizz comes from thirsty hair. When your hair isn't thirsty anymore and it's got enough moisture, you're good to go. Which reminds me, when you're washing your hair and you're using a silicone-free conditioner, leave a little bit of that conditioner in, because it's only going to help lock in even more moisture. And on top of that, it's gonna make applying styling products a lot easier. All right, so now let's go ahead and move on to styling. When it comes to products, you wanna use a product that's going to help with definition, and also a product that's gonna help with hold. Obviously, all of us curly girls have different needs and expectations when it comes to our results, our curl results. So if you're looking for more volume, try finding a product that is going to help with definition, but has more of a flexible hold. If you don't really like that much volume, then find something that's gonna help with definition, but has a stronger hold. Like I said, everyone's hair is different. I know for me personally, I like more volume, so I do like more of a flexible hold, but still, you wanna keep in mind that you're looking for definition, something that's gonna help with definition. I like to go heavy-handed because I also like for my hairstyle to stay intact for a couple of days. If you want to avoid frizz, then even the way you're applying your products is going to make a difference. So the way I do it is I'll smooth the products down my hair to flatten and seal those cuticles as much as possible, because like we said, the flatter the cuticle, the greater the chance you are of avoiding frizz. I also like to go heavy-handed on the products because I like to make sure that my style lasts for several days. And speaking of preserving your hairstyle, that can also make a difference when it comes to the whole frizz factor. Most of you all should know this by now. A lot of us curly YouTubers sound like broken records when we say this, but sleeping on a satin pillowcase will save your curls. Sleeping on a satin pillowcase or a satin bonnet with your hair in a pineapple is going to help preserve your curls for the next day, and it's also going to lessen the chances of having frizz. Really quickly, when you're sleeping on a cotton pillowcase, your head is going to be tossing and turning and your hair is going to be rubbing against the pillowcase, creating friction, and that friction is going to create frizz. But when you're sleeping on a satin pillowcase or a silk pillowcase, then your head and your curls are going to be gliding across the pillowcase as you're sleeping with little to no friction, which also means little to no frizz. Now, as much as we say don't use cotton pillowcases when it comes to sleeping, it's actually very beneficial to use cotton t-shirts or microfiber towels when it comes to drying your hair after washing it. Do not use a regular bath towel. Regular bath towels have large fibers that will latch onto your curls when you're drying your hair, which will create friction when you're rubbing or even blotting your hair with a regular bath towel, and that friction again is going to create frizz. By using a cotton t-shirt and a microfiber towel, you are gently drying your hair without creating that friction, and you're also not absorbing more water than you need to. By gently drying your hair, I mean blotting your hair or scrunching your curls with that microfiber towel or that cotton t-shirt. Don't rub your hair, because again, that's going to create friction, and the friction is going to create frizz. After you've applied your styling products, do not touch your curls until they are 100% dry. That is a big rule when it comes to avoiding frizz. A lot of us have a tendency of wanting to play with our hair or touch our hair while it's still damp or while it's still drying, and by playing with our hair and touching our hair, again, hello, friction. So just allow your curls to dry on its own. If you want to air dry your hair, or if you're going to use a diffuser, use it on the lowest blow setting, and if you can, use it on a cool setting, and be gentle when it comes to drying your hair. Just place the diffuser, because you're going to use a diffuser when you're blow drying your hair. Place that diffuser where it needs to be. Don't be rough with it, don't move it around, and don't tussle your curls too much, because we want to avoid as much friction and movement as possible while your curls are drying. Do not brush your hair once your curls have already been styled. Once your curls are dry, do not, for the life of you, run that brush through your hair, because that is just going to brush it out and leave the biggest bunch of frizz on your head. We don't want that. Don't do that. We covered every aspect of washing except for deep conditioners. Y'all, if your hair is thirsty, your deep conditioner will save your curls life. Being consistent with deep conditioning treatments is actually going to help replenish that moisture that your curls need, and also help to maintain the moisture. If your curls are thirsty and dehydrated, a deep conditioning treatment is definitely going to help to replenish that moisture. I used to rave about a Diva Curl deep conditioner. It's their Heaven and Hair Intensive Moisture Treatment, but they actually just came out with a new deep conditioner. It's their Melt into Moisture Mask that I actually think is better than the intensive moisture, or the Heaven and Hair Intensive Moisture Treatment, and you get a whole lot more in that tub than the itty bitty intensive moisture treatment, or the Heaven and Hair Intensive Moisture Treatment. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's definitely one that I would highly recommend. Shea Moisture also has a ton of deep conditioners that you can choose from. Some of my favorites would be from their Raw Shea Butter line, which is their Raw Shea Butter Deep Treatment Mask. They also have their Jamaican Black Castor Oil Deep Conditioner. They also have the Manuka and Honey, which is like a really long name, but I'll leave all the information down in the description box below of some of my favorite Shea Moisture deep conditioners. It is okay to use silicones every now and then. I wouldn't recommend using it every single time you wash your hair, but if you're just looking for a boost of moisture at an affordable price, then I would highly recommend the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Moisture treatment. Again, the name escapes me, but I'll leave all the information down in the description box below of a few deep conditioners that you could be interested in, and also a few styling products that are great with definition, that have a variety of hold levels, so like flexible hold to really strong hold, something that's going to help with your get rid of frizz needs. I feel like this video is getting to be a bit long, but I have one more very important piece of information when it comes to avoiding frizz or getting rid of frizz. If you have done everything that I've mentioned in this video, if you've done your deep conditioning treatments, if you've done your final rinse with cold water, if you've been applying your products properly and you have the right products that used to work on your hair and it's just no longer working for your curls and you're just getting frizz all the time, girlfriend, it's time to get your curls trimmed. If your ends are just forever frizzy and nothing seems to be working, your ends are probably damaged. They're probably split ends that are just gonna continue to split until you get those ends trimmed. After a healthy trim, I can guarantee you that with all the other steps that I mentioned in this video, you are going to be frizzless. You're gonna be frizz-free. And that, at the end of the day, is what we all wanted, especially those of y'all who are watching this video, because clearly you came here for a reason, right? That is everything that I wanted to cover in this video. If you liked it and found it helpful, then please give this video a big thumbs up. That is the #1 way that you're able to help spread the word about Frizz Rizzles without actually sharing the video with anybody. I mean, it's a subtle way. It's like a secret, right? If you really like this video, then please let me know in a comment below of any other frizz fighting tips that I might have forgotten, that I might not know about. Please let us know what it is in a comment below. It's the best way to get the dialogue going, get the conversation going. And also let me know in a comment below what types of videos you want to see on this channel, because I'm trying to create more content for you all. I'm trying to create this content as fast as I possibly can. So just let me know in a comment below what y'all want to see on this channel. If you haven't subscribed already, then please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And that is everything. I love y'all. Un besito, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.